Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Miss B, thank you for tuning in. Dimples, how are you this evening? Welcome to tonight's live broadcast. Thank you all, as always, for tuning in. Love you, love you big time. I'm gonna try not to keep you all long tonight. I trust everybody had a good weekend. Got a little rest. Depending upon what city and state you're in, you probably was on lockdown, or at least ordered to stay in because of the COVID-19 virus, which we're going to speak on tonight. We're also going to dab into racism and COVID-19. We're going to discuss the White House, response to what's going on, and we're going to talk a little bit about the bill, the stimulus bill, that for the second time was not passed. We're going to try to point out some key things that might calm you down a bit, because I'm sure many of you are probably upset by now. I'm upset too. But if the Democrats keep shutting it down, then there has to be a reason. And I have most of it in front of me. A young lady, our friend, we grew up with her name is Tuesday. She's on my Facebook page. She sent the post out earlier today because she knew people would get pissed, and they would get pissed at the Democrats for not voting on the bill. But she sent out some key facts, and I'm going to share those facts with you. And if you miss anything tonight, as always, you can visit our Injustice Investigations Facebook page, and everything we speak on tonight and any night will always be on our page and stuff. So I see Jamie, Janice Lee is in the house. Good evening to you, my good friend Lisa Robinson. Hadn't heard from her via email in a while. Good evening, Lisa. There is Roberta is in the house tonight. As always, thank you kindly. I see Miss Chapman is here. Karen Porter is in the house tonight. I humbly bow to you, Karen. Thank you big time. Nikki Bowman is in the house. Well, good evening. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Faye, how are you this evening? Tamika Schultz is in the house. Good evening. Is that Jen? Lee, Miss Lee's in the house. Okay. Nashville, Tennessee is in the house. Good evening to you. My sister, my baby sister is in not Nashville, Tennessee. It's another little small town outside of it. I can't think of the name of it, but that's where she's at. She moved there about like maybe 10 years ago, I think. Miss Williams, good evening to you. Welcome. Nikki Bowman. Okay, there we go. Nikki Bowman. Okay, I'm glad you are with us tonight. We don't need the ball out. Corporate businesses. Wait a minute. Stop. Grand says we don't need to bail out corporate businesses, bail out people and small businesses. First of all, I'm glad you're here tonight, and I agree with you 1 billion%. We don't need to bail out the airline industry. We did that before with them and the automotive industries, and I am against that as well. They get all the breaks in the world, so no, we don't need to do that. So I agree with you on that. We're also going to talk about that tonight. I forget the person's name that said it, but I totally agree with you. Much love to you, Linda Duncan, as well. Pat Jones, good evening. J Rock is in the house this evening. Thank you kindly. Miss Banks is in the house tonight. Good evening to you. Miss Sexy Sexy Grandmama is in the house. Woo-hoo! Good evening, Sexy. Thank you for being on tonight's live feed as well. I didn't get a chance to send out the post today, but we are changing the dates and times of the show. So we are now on Monday through Fridays from 7 until 7:30, and if I can, I'll stretch it until 8. But you know about my voice, how it goes in and out. Tonight, I don't know what time we're going to finish. I'm gonna try for 7:30, but if not 8, and we'll be done. But there is some important information that I want to discuss with you all tonight. A Powers, hadn't seen you in a couple of weeks, I don't think. J Rock, thank you, kindly. Love you big time. Dimples is here. Okay, let's do this. Again, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's live broadcast. Let me say this before we get started. With COVID-19, not your life, not your friend's life, all of our lives have been interrupted. Nobody likes it. It's not fun being on lockdown, being told where to go, when, blase, blase. Um, it's challenging. We didn't sign up for it, but it is what it is. And when you're asked to stay in, you're asked to stay in for a reason. When a neighborhood goes on lockdown, or a city, or a whole state goes on lockdown, I'm always in agreement with it. It inconvenienced me as well, but I'm in agreement with it because I don't want to be infected with the virus. And I don't want others out there passing it on to other people, because this is still a brand new virus. We really don't know a whole lot about it. We're learning as we go. The World Health Organization will tell you that. The Centers for Disease Control will tell you that as well. We were under the impression in the beginning that kids wasn't immune to it, but they probably wouldn't be attacked as much. Well, we now know that that's a lie. There is a 7-month-old baby fighting for his life right now, and there is a 12-year-old girl who's fighting for her life right now. Both have the coronavirus. Quickly, again, if you missed this, you can replay the video later. The coronavirus is airborne, and it can stay airborne from 30 minutes to 3 hours. Cardboard surfaces, it can stay there for 24 hours. Stainless steel, 2 days. Plastic, 3 days. So when it's airborne and the droplets begin to come down, if it lands on a cardboard and you come behind, not knowing what's going on, and you touch it, that person just gave you indirectly COVID-19. The same as plastic, stainless steel. You got to glove up. You have to mask up. It's a matter of life and death. You can try to look cute if you want to, but you will look cute for a while. But when you're in the casket, you just look dead. I've never met a person that, oh, it sure look good in that casket. Everybody in the casket is dead. Nothing about a dead person looks good. That's just my opinion. Not only are you protecting yourselves, but you're protecting others as well. When you go out to the store, I glove up and I mask up. When I bring items back in, I get the hand sanitizer and I wipe them down before they go in any cabinets or the refrigerator or wherever they're going. Doesn't do you no good to go out and shop, put your gloves on, bring items in, you don't wipe them off, and you don't know who touched them before you. This is a serious virus. It is a virus that is not asking for your permission to take up residence in your house. It knows no boundaries. It will show up whether you are happy to see it or not. The virus will show up. Shannon Lewis, good evening to you. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. So this is an extremely dangerous virus, a dangerous virus. It is attacking the young, the old, the healthy, the not so healthy. It does not discriminate. It does not discriminate. And I shared this with Spit and Fire the other day, and my wife and my 2 sisters. And this is what I said. This week, my opinion, from what I've read, what I know, and what I see, I believe that this week is going to be the worst week so far for COVID-19. Well, the Surgeon General went on, I think it was CBS this morning. Basically, he said the exact same things. It hadn't got worse yet. It hasn't got worse yet. It's going to get worse. You can sit here and live in La La Land and harbor unrealistic fantasies that this will be over come morning. You're playing a game with yourself. You're playing a game with yourself because it will not be over. It will not be over. I'm going to listen to the experts before I listen to anyone that comes from out of the White House. When the White House comes, they say they have the coronavirus task force. Makes no damn sense. It's a joke task force to me. Donald Trump is concerned about re-election. I'll say it again. Donald Trump is concerned about being re-elected. Well, selected, because he wasn't elected, he was selected. But, for the sake of argument, he's concerned about re-election. So what happens now when this virus is dropping us like flies? We cannot compete with it. Some of us are being knocked out in the first round. We're fighting a fight that many of us will not win. So the clown and his circus comes before the mics and cameras in packs 6 feet apart. They're not 20, 30 people. They all like this here, shoulder to shoulder. We have to lead by what? Example. Don't tell me to separate. Don't tell me about social distance when you're not doing it. The media is doing it. Other people are doing it. I think it's all right. The White House doing it. A couple of congressmen have tested positive for the virus. Vice President Pence, employee, test positive for the virus. The White House quickly responds, well, that individual was not close to Vice President or the President, never. So I guess this individual had to work from home. He or she had to work from home. Because if you work, how in the hell can you not be close with who you work for, the Vice President? You can keep giving the American sugar-coated shit cookies if you want. Some of them believe you, but some people are beginning to wake up and realize they just fucking lying. They're not taking the virus serious. Thank you, Ms. Jackson. And if I cannot listen to my leaders and believe what they say, then who can I listen to? I don't trust you going to tell. It's like when you're going to school. You're in the class and there's your teacher. Your teacher is there to teach you right, not wrong. But if the teacher is teaching you wrong, then what good is the teacher doing in the classroom? Lying to the students. This is not make-believe. This is not Lifetime. And I'm sure it's going to be a movie about it soon, but right now, this is real life. This is real life. Don't tell me what you think I want to hear. Don't tell me that. I need you to tell me the facts, because when you speak, and if what you said don't add up to the evidence, then I know you lying. And I don't have to be in politics, a scientist, or in the medical field to know that you're lying. It's just like the police when they arrest you. If there's been a crime committed, a homicide, and you said blase, blase, the detective's going to write down and listen to everything that you said. Go, But if what you're saying does not match up to the evidence, then they know you're lying. Brittany Bowens. They know you're lying. They know you're lying. I got to throw this in real quick. Next month will be a year since Malia Davis was tortured and killed. And no one has been arrested for that crime. There's no statute of limitations on murder. It's just not, Brittany. It's not. And I'm going to scream this for the next 3 weeks, because we're going to talk about Malia like we never did before. I'm going to scream this every time I speak on it. You need to be re-interviewed, but this time by different detectives with new eyes, see things different. It's been a year. A mother would still be laying out probably on the damn steps of the courthouse of the police department right now. I want justice for my child. Why Brittany's not doing it? Oh, because he got Darren Young. And y'all know he did. Brittany's not doing it because Brittany don't give a fuck. Now we're through with that. Okay. Trump says, I think we should go ahead in 15 days. We're going to lift these restrictions and stuff, because his exact words were, the United States was not built to be shut down. Let me tell you something. That's an ignorant son of a bitch. This motherfucker is thinking about re-election. You hear me? Re-election. I hate him with a passion. He don't give a fuck about saving lives. He don't give a fuck about you, whether you white, black, young, or old. He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about nobody but fucking Trump. You keep coming to the mic, and you and them goddamn fuckers keep fucking lying. And that little goddamn midget-ass doctor started out telling the truth, but you got him on your goddamn side now. Stop lying to the American people. The coronavirus will not end in 15 goddamn days, and that bitch knows it. He knows it. So we got to go back to normal. No, that's not the way it fucking works. You're trying to save the goddamn economy in hopes that your dumb ass will be elected again. We got to beg you. We got to write letters. We got to just send you all kind of goddamn threats to get you to send the National Guard out. I don't think it's necessary. So how many more should die before you think it's necessary? He don't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck about you. He don't give a fuck about you. Anybody that can come before the goddamn cameras and look you in your eyes and not accidentally lie, deliberately lie to you. And some of you all who put it in office sit there, well, he's the president, he knows. He's the acting president until we get a president. That's what he is. I'm going to listen to the experts. Fuck what Trump is saying. The coronavirus will not end in 15 days. Lifting restrictions in 15 days, you ain't seen hell yet. You haven't seen hell yet. I got to get back in office. I can't close my hotels. I can't close my resorts. And if I have to, I will not pay them son of a bitches. Because I don't give a fuck. If they ain't working, they don't get paid. This is Donald Trump. He don't give a fuck. And it irks me because you're supposed to be the leader of the free world. The federal government is not doing a goddamn thing. Donald Trump and his people, Donald Trump, documented proof, knew about this in 2019. Briefed on it again, January 2020. He said nothing. Don't tell nobody. They did not prepare for it. They did. They did. And every day, they come before the cameras with another goddamn lie. I swear to God, I don't listen to that bitch. I don't. Some people got a fixation with lying. He's one of them. Some people have a fixation with accepting lies. This is a crisis. It's globally. Before it's over, many of us gonna be dead before it's over. I don't know who's been in the store I walk in. I don't know who's touched something I'm touching. I don't. Whenever we walk out, we all have a desire that we're going to come back to wherever our head meets pillow. But with the coronavirus on planet Earth, we don't know. We just don't know. We hope, but we don't know. You can laugh, giggle, live in a make-believe world, but if you don't protect yourself, not only are you marked for death, that tells me you don't give a fuck about your family. You're going to take let me say this before I forget. Medical staff, doctors, nurses, whatever your position is, first responders, I thank you for the job that you're doing. You've been there from day one. You're doing an excellent job. If you were not there, the death rate would be higher than what it is right now. So I applaud you for what you're doing. I know you're working long hours. People that have retired, y'all calling them back in. All hands on deck. You are jeopardizing your life and your family's life every time you show up for work. And to do that, it can't be the paycheck. I know the paycheck is wonderful. But to continue to do that under COVID-19, you have to have a genuine concern for the people. You have to. That's the way I see it. So I said, thank you for what you're doing. I'm not in agreement with them telling you to wear the same mask over and over again until you can't wear it no more. Share your mask. Can't find a mask, get a bandana. Can't find a bandana, make you something. Prisoners have been asked to make masks. That's wonderful. But what are we doing about the prisoners? What are we doing about the homeless? Whether, if we were to tell the truth, we'd say they're still a part of this society. We never discuss them as if they don't exist. What are shelters doing when people come and say, I'm homeless, I have nowhere to go, and now we're dealing with COVID-19? Do you say you must be tested first before you come in to get shelter? What are you doing? They need to be tested just like others. When I hear Trump say it can end in 15 days, I want to just slap him. I want to bitch slap him because I know he don't give a fuck. And he should be out of office. He should have been out of office a long time ago when he first stepped in and started going against the Constitution, the United States Constitution, which I'm sure he's probably never read, because I know he hasn't read the manual on how to be president of the United States. He couldn't have read that. He couldn't have. And it was left in the office by past real presidents. He don't have no intentions on going by the law because he thinks he is the law and he is above the law. And the Republican signed and said, yeah, you are. So here we are. Here we are. Today, before we go to the stimulus package, the statistics we pulled up today, March 23rd at 5:49 p.m. Total cases, 378,392. United States, 43,449. 9,000. 883 new cases. Recovery, over 100,000. Deaths, 16,409. And as we sit and watch the clock daily, it changes. Just as fast as I can write it down and post it, it changed. That's how fast the virus is spreading. That's how fast it's spreading. Racism has always been here, and racism exists now. And racism will continue to exist until we, the people, exist no more. I'm not better than anyone. One thing I don't want to do is to make someone feel uncomfortable when they come around me or when they hear my name. I accept you for who you are. I didn't ask to be born black. You didn't ask to be born white. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. I can't get mad at you because you're not who or what I think you should be. That's you. That's you. I have a lot of friends who don't like the what is it, LGBT. My views are different. I respect them. I think they need to be respected. I don't think no one on planet Earth should ever be discriminated against because of his or her color, race, political beliefs, religious beliefs, sexual preference. I just don't. Well, you know, God destroyed the whole city. Well, you know, God also said a liar would not enter into the kingdom of heaven. So do I need to continue? I think not. There's no big one and there's no little one. Whenever you come around me, feel free to be yourself just like you are when you're inside your house. I said all that to say that. To say this, white supremacist groups are now asking and begging for members that have been diagnosed with the coronavirus, asking them to go out and infect police officers, Jews, and others. Body fluids, put it in a bottle, spray it on. Interrupt wherever they gather, be it church, at work, or wherever. The FBI responded to this yesterday. It is legit. This is how sick some people are. And this is how much some people hate you, and me. For no apparent reason other than they have the ability to hate. So you're telling members who have the virus and could possibly die, go infect others. Where's the logic at? Where's the sense? And if they do it, what the hell does that say about them? I'm not always right. You're not always wrong. What I'm saying tonight is not written in stone. It's just the way that I see it. It's just the way that I see it. I think that's sad. I think that's pathetic. But I also want you to keep one thing in mind. Racism continues to rise because of Donald bitch Handler. It would be the reason that he was the reason closet racists got the courage to take the hood off and the robe and lay it in the middle of their living room floor and walk outside their front door and say, yeah, I don't like you niggas either. He did that. He did that. They showed you who they were. You eat with them every day. And you think you're one of them because you might be the only black in the building. Your ass ain't that because they really want you. Affirmative action. And somebody had to read your impressive resume. But don't you ever think that you're sitting there because they want you there. At the beginning of the day and the ending of the same day, when they go home, you a nigga. I don't give a damn who you are, how much money you have. You can ask President Barack Obama. He'll tell you the same thing. It's ridiculous that there's so much hate in this world. Do you know how much energy it takes to be angry all the goddamn time and to get upset when somebody passed by you of a different race or color and you put frowns in your face? You need to go see a doctor because you fucked up in the head. The world does not revolve around you. This is not your land. If we were to tell the truth tonight, we would say it don't belong to the whites. It don't belong to the black. It belongs to the Indian. I don't give a fuck what Christopher Columbus said. You cannot ever discover something that's already inhabited. He did not discover America, in other words. We're hurting. We're scared. Some of us have been laid off. Some of us will be laid off. Some of us will not have a job to go back to. Mortgage payments are late. Car notes are late. And if you get laid off, and that's the only source of income in your home, what then do you do? What do you do then? I think I was speaking with Spitting Fountain yesterday, and I said, It's simple right now. Not in the United States, around the world. Many of us are just waiting to die. Just waiting to die. Deputy, Chief Deputy Belinda Davis of the Missing Persons Task Force sent me a picture of a little boy today, and she said it was a cousin, and he got sick, and they took him to the hospital, and he was diagnosed with the coronavirus. And all I could do was sit and stare at his picture. He don't know what the hell is going on. He didn't actually come here. He's a child. But the virus does not discriminate. It doesn't. It doesn't discriminate. We cannot do anything about racism. All what if we can do anything is to teach our people how to deal with it when it comes up. And realize you will probably be called every name but the name on your birth certificate. But as long as you have seen your birth certificate and you know who you are, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. It's as simple as that. There is a stimulus package that we're waiting on. A lot of people are. Twice, the Democrats blocked it. We're not going to vote on it. Tawana Banks, no sin is greater than the next. Amen to that. Amen. We're going to help you out. We're going to send you some money. This is federal government. So that, you can make payments on your bills and stuff. Quiet as it's kept, this was not the White House. This was not the White House doing it. Mitt Romney came up with this idea. They just took it over. Well, again, we're going to have a vote at 1 o'clock. There's no vote. Democrats blocked it. We don't have time to play politics. The Democrats are not playing politics. Republicans are playing politics. By the time you all agree on a stimulus bill, and you send them $1,000 or $1,200, whatever the case may be, they will be so far behind on their fucking bills. When they get it, it's like they don't have it. While you all are playing fucking games, and I'm talking to Congress now, other people are suffering. You all have millions. You have shelters. You have places you can go. You sleep well. You don't need a stimulus package. We do. But every day that you don't pass it, here's what you're saying to the American people. Fuck y'all. We don't give a fuck. We don't care. But when they didn't pass it the first time, I told people, I said, well, if the Democrats blocked it, then I promise you it's some bullshit in it. I'm going to read to you some of what Tuesday put up. Again, we all grew up together in Northwood Apartments, Allen, Grimmer Drive, Shreveport. And she put this out earlier today, getting ready for the response because she knew people were going to go off on the Democrats for blocking this bill. And here's how it starts out. It says, and some of you probably already seen it. It says, please read. I'm not going to read all of it, just most of it. Before you get pissed that the Democrats blocked the bill in the Senate, here are some quick facts for you. Now watch this. The first, the checks were going to be determined by the 2018 taxes. If you are in a different situation today than in 2018, that wasn't going to be considered. If for some reason you didn't file taxes in 2018, you weren't getting anything. Democrats weren't going for that. The bill called for one check to be sent, the same amount to everyone. Didn't matter where you live or the cost of living. Simply put, if they sent residents in Louisiana a check for $1,000, California, we know the living cost there is higher, you get $1,000 too. That wasn't a factor in that. So the Democrats were not going for it. There was a $500 billion bailout in the bill for large corporations that just received a huge tax cut. These companies could receive this money and get, watch this, and give no guarantee that they wouldn't lay off employees. It was a taxpayer bailout with no oversight that it would benefit taxpayers. We talked about this the other day. Additional funding for your SNAP program. Not only do I think you need additional funding to go with whatever you now receive, I think you need it like yesterday. Whatever date you normally get your benefits on, I don't think you should have to wait. If we know you need money and you receive the SNAP benefits, double it, get it out to them. Keep in mind, most of this is your shit. They didn't want to do that. So the Democrats said no. I don't like it, but I stand with the Democrats. This is not about politics. While y'all living your best life, others are suffering. Others are suffering because you're playing politics with somebody's life. And that ought not be so. Governor John Bel Edwards of Louisiana did a press conference yesterday, and I watched it. What he said sent chills through me because I didn't know it was that bad in Louisiana. Somebody says, "What about the seniors who they left off the ending of that?" Anyway, when Governor John Bel Edwards spoke, here's what he talked about. He talked about the stay-at-home order. And that order went into effect today at 5 p.m. It went into effect. It's not mandatory that you stay in. But if you have no damn where to go, get your ass somewhere and be still. Especially if you don't have no damn job and you just roaming the goddamn streets. Get somewhere and be still. Now, it can be mandatory. And he's hoping he don't have to go that way. If you got to go eat, go get your stuff, do it to get to go orders, whatever, and go back to the house. Here's what the governor said. He said, Louisiana has the fastest growth of coronavirus cases in the whole wide world, similar to that of hard-hit Italy and Spain. I couldn't fucking believe it. And I got scared. And it's okay to be scared. If you're scared, just say you're scared. I'm scared. Because wherever I go, there's a chance I'll get it. Wherever I go, there's a chance I'm going to get it. He went on and said, we have had the third highest number of cases per capita behind Washington and New York. Sunday, when he spoke, there were about 800 and some cases in the state of Louisiana. About 9 something this morning, it had went up just a bit. Well, around noontime, it went up to over 1,700 cases reported throughout the state of Louisiana. Here's what really got me. This right here. This what gave me chills. He says, there's no reason to believe that we won't be the next it. If that don't scare you, then nothing will. He didn't say, no, we won't come close to what happened in Italy. He said, there is no reason to believe that we won't be the next it. Now, if it's a crisis. It's a serious crisis that many are not taking serious at all. Now, if you don't care about your life, I don't give a fuck, that's fine. Somebody has somebody out here that they love. But if you continue to go out and do what you do and you have the virus, then you're infecting others. Whatever you want for yourself and your household, it should be the exact same thing that you want for others. The exact same thing. Thanks, is that Angela or something? Thank you so much. I see it. I see what's going on. Thank you. And with that being said, we should all heed to the warnings that our officials are asking us to do. We should. We should. But if you are a person of self-made misery, when an ounce of happiness and joy comes your way, when you are a person of self-made misery, you find a way to sabotage it because something about being happy and joyful you don't like. But some of us, like us, we like living. Disturbed people try and disturb others. I said that to say this before we leave. People are dying. Kids are being infected with the virus. Many more would die. I mean, many more would die before this is over. Elizabeth Bell's social distancing, exactly, without a doubt. This is a serious issue. But when you come on my channel because you're jealous of me, I got to read your ass because you're here. This is what I do. When you come on my channel because you're jealous of me and you hate what I do and you hate the fact that Eddie Mays boy speaks the gospel, which is the truth. Jealousy says a lot about you. If jealousy is not detected early in some of you miserable motherfuckers on here right now with this bullshit, it can destroy you. Jealousy simply means that somebody's doing something that you cannot do and you wish you could do it, but you know you cannot do it. And so you get jealous and you try to interrupt what they're doing. I love what I do. I've been doing it for many years. And I've been doing it as long as God let me live on planet Earth. Find out what you're good at and do that. You can't beat me. There will not be another Al Sharpton, another Farrakhan. But you so busy trying to interrupt happiness and peace and knowledge, you just don't give a fuck. When you come on here with this bullshit, I love it. I swear to God, I love it. Heaven backing me up. I know you jealous of me. I know you hate me. You are the controller of your emotions. You make yourself look more stupid than you are. You set up your fake Facebook pages. You do your fake YouTube channels. And all I do is block your ass. And when I block you, I delete it. And a lot of your comments, we have to approve before they go up. Go somewhere and get you some rest. But if you that goddamn miserable because you're jealous of me and you hate the attention that I get, because when I speak facts. Bitch, go kill your goddamn self. That's what you do. Now, if you don't know how to kill yourself, write me at P.O. Box 7112, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71107. And if that don't work, call me at 1-800-231-1811, and I will give you the step-by-step guide guaranteed to knock your ass off planet Earth. And if it's not successful, I'll refund your $19.95 back, and I personally will come and execute your ass. Boom. I'm at my best. I do my best when I'm being opposed. I hope y'all come back tomorrow night. Now, chat, the faithful ones, don't be ugly with them. We have dignitaries in the house. Don't fuck with them. They lonely. They miserable. Anybody I don't like, I don't fuck with them. If I don't like this YouTuber, why the fuck I'm going on and shit? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Let's do what you do this and want you do that. No, here's what should have happened when your mother was having sex. She should have either swallowed or had an abortion or a miscarriage. Because you existing just to be existing, you are a wasted nut. I wish your mama should have been getting her ass beat by a motherfucker, then laying down trying to get a fucking nut to create a goddamn nut. You fucking nut. Y'all sad. Y'all are some sad, my wife laughed. Y'all some sad motherfuckers. You're miserable. I've never been that way, so I can't say I understand because I be lying. I'm not miserable. Oh, I love me some Eddie Mae's boy. I love me. And I love what I do because I'm good at it. I'm excellent at what I do. I don't talk shit, swallow spit. I come correct every time I open my mouth. If I bring it up, I can back it up. I've been doing this shit for a long goddamn time. You motherfuckers trying to get to where I'm at, but you'll never do that because you don't have the ability to get here. This seat ain't designed for you. It's not. You can't get a square peg in a round hole. And you have the audacity to come and try to interrupt tonight's live feed. And we're speaking on some very, very serious issues that's going on, which is a matter of life and death. You, the motherfucker, should get coronavirus. You should. You should get it. Because you ain't doing shit on planet Earth. You existing just to be existing. You hate yourself. And you hate me because you jealous of me. But Eddie Mae's boy ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be here until God said it's over. It's over. So I hope y'all come back again tomorrow night. And don't forget, I will put your name up and your phone number, your home address if I deem it necessary, and your picture when you continue to call my 800 number with bullshit. Ask, what's his name? King Spalding. I put his ass out the other day when he called with bullshit. I wasn't playing. Turned it over to the proper authorities, then I sent it out. Every one of my social media accounts has this information on it. Next, call me and see what I do. Call my fucking blog. But if you was a man, if you was a woman with a fucking heart, bitch, you wouldn't hide behind social media. Let me know who you are. You don't want to do that, do you? Because I will embarrass your goddamn ass. But listen, even with your fake shit, this is how dumb you are. This is 2020. And I love technology. I'm a fucking computer whiz. I can tell you where your black ass is sitting right now. Okay, y'all, I guess I'm going to go. Read them bitches. Let me get a sip of water. Share the video, y'all. And if you're new and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. We deal with serious issues, and we don't have time for bullshit. I don't give a fuck who's pregnant or what celebrity getting the goddamn divorce. We deal with serious issues like COVID-19. And I find it appalling that you would come and try to interrupt vital information. But you know what? That just tells me you're jealous. And the people on my live feed, especially my supporters from day one, there go Miss Glover. Good evening, Dana. They know what you're doing. They know what you're doing. I don't fuck with y'all. Why y'all fuck with me? Because you're a hater. You can't do what I do. God didn't put that in you. God said, before I formed you in your mother's womb, I knew you. And he knew I would be here. Others, I love you big time. I thank you for your genuine support. We got to get out of here. Don't forget, I'll be back tomorrow night, be the Lord willing, at 7 o'clock. I thank you for your genuine support. If you deem it necessary, the information to donate to help sponsor, keep the show going, is somewhere on the page. PayPal.me/injustice. Got your cash app, $ Eddie Mays Board. Remember, I'm not always right and you are not always wrong. But whatever your officials in your state, your leaders are telling you to do to help contain this virus, take heed to the warning. The idiots, I think, in Florida that ran out on the fucking beach, a lot of them now tested positive for coronavirus. Let's hear it for the dummies in Florida. Hey! You got what you want? They tell you it's a shark in the goddamn water. You jump in and steal. They tell you coronavirus out there. Coronavirus out there. I want to play volleyball. Got the coronavirus. I love y'all big time. Thank you for your genuine support. Hazel Eyes, I'm sorry I didn't see you. Always glad to have you on. I love you all big time. Stay safe, glove up, mask up. It ain't no joke. It ain't no hoax. Coronavirus is the real deal. I'm Eddie Mays Boy. I'm gone. Bye, bitches and haters.